welcome back to AR77, Airgun Replicas 77. Today we have the Walther Compact, the CP99 Compact to be exact, which is the compact version of what I believe is actually called the P99. This is a blowback CO2 pistol. It shoots 4.5mm ball bearings. It does blow back. It has a metal slide here. The rest is plastic. I'm not sure if that's accurate to the real pistol. I think actually on the real pistol, the grip is a slightly different shape. They've obviously, I think they've made it look slightly different here, just for the reason of fitting the CO2 in, and so on and so forth. But apart from that, it seems to be a pretty accurate replica. So let's have a little bit of a walk around. So we've got the CP99 Compact marking there, and the Walther marking there. It looks really nice, just sort of etched there into the slide. All the other markings here are quite tastefully done. As you can see there, caliber 4.5mm or 1.177 BB. Again, you've got Walther here on the grip. Nice texture on the grip, nice kind of stippling, and it does feel nice in the hand. It feels like it has a good weight. It feels really kind of, I don't know what the word is, ergonomic perhaps, but that feels really comfortable to me. I've got, I would say, small to medium sized hands. That feels really nice. Markings on the other side, you've got these warning markings here before using, read the owner's manual. Made by Umarex or distributed by Umarex. Not sure if there's a different manufacturer actually or not. That's a pretty big giveaway that it's a Umarex product. They put these safety catches on quite a few of their pistols. I think the PX4 Storm has the same safety. It's also present on the pellet CP99 non-blowback pellet pistol. It's a similar safety there. So basically, to put it into fire, you have to slide that back and then push up, and you can see there's a red dot there showing that it's in fire. But it's easier to put it on safe. You just click it down, which is the right way around, I suppose. There's the F marking there, I believe, from seeing other videos, that's for the German market, just to prove that the pistol is less than a certain number of joules, I think, in terms of energy. So CO2, let me show you the magazine. The magazine release here is on the trigger. So you push that down and it releases the magazine out the bottom there. Push that down and the magazine comes out. It's a stick magazine, but it's all metal and it does exactly what you would require from it. It's quite nice, quite easy to load. You just slide that down and that just clicks in there. And then you can load your BBs in the top there. Put a finger over there so they don't drop straight out, and they'll slide down until you're full. I think it's perhaps 18 and 19 that takes. I try not to overload them anyway, so I just kind of put in as many as I think. And when it looks fairly full, you just disengage that, and that'll slide up. I do keep a finger over there just in case the ball bearings want to shoot out. And then once that's loaded, you're good to go. That just then slides into the bottom of the gun there and engages nicely there. In terms of loading the CO2, pretty straightforward. The back piece here just comes off like that, and your CO2 goes in there. I think this is quite an old air pistol, and this is quite an old way of doing things. This is more similar to kind of how some of the other Umarex pellet pistols load the CO2, like the Beretta and the P88, CP88, CP99. So you basically twist that. It says on the bottom there, open and power. So you twist it open, make sure that that is screwed all the way down. You put a bit of pelgun oil on your CO2 cylinder. Get that to focus. Will it focus? Yeah, and then your CO2 cylinder goes in just there, and engages with the seal at the bottom there. Once that's done, you twist that till it's as tight as you possibly can get it. And with this particular pistol, I do recommend really giving that a good tighten before you then twist this back round, and it will pierce the cylinder. I've done it a few times where I've tightened it and I thought it was enough, and then as I've twisted it back round, I've heard kind of hissing from the CO2 cylinder, and I've got a couple of shots out of it, but I've gone through CO2 in pretty short shrift. Really, it's gone through it pretty quickly. So do make sure that's really tight before you twist the base of the grip round, and then you put your kind of back strap really back on there, and you are good to go. It does blow back, so it will lock. Ooh, let me just see what I'm doing here. Yeah, there you go. It's just, I was expecting it to lock back further. It does look back after the last shot, but it's not, you know, it's not exposed. It's not hollow here. There's still workings that you can see going on, but it's good. You know, when you're shooting, it gives you that feeling of the weight kind of blowing back in your hand, and you can release the slide there. One of the good things about this pistol, if I can show you that, is when it's let me just get this back up here. So when the pistol is cocked, you do get that little red dot at the back there telling you that it's cocked and ready to shoot, which when you pull the trigger disappears. So that's quite a good safety indicator, just lets you know. Kind of been through the safety there. Obviously, as always, the biggest safety is your mindset and keeping that finger off the trigger unless you're ready to fire. Altogether, really nice gun, feels really good in the hand. Once again, it's a nice weight to it with the metal slide. Although it is a plastic or polymer kind of lower, there's a lot of metal inside it, so it does feel like a good weight in your hand. There's a metal trigger here, and there's obviously a lot of metal internals, which you can tell when you hold it. Like I said before, it fits my hand really well. Feet per second, as always, I don't know, 300 to 330, something like that if you're lucky. You should get a fair few magazine reloads out of one CO2 capsule. I would expect to get 3 or 4 at least. But, you know, these aren't for shooting holes through concrete, they're for shooting holes through paper targets and knocking tin cans over in the back garden. So this gun is perfectly adequate for that. And as long as you shoot it safely and follow all the instructions, you'll have a lot of fun with it. Yeah. Cost wise, honestly, I can't remember what this cost. I think it was at the lower end of the scale. I think it cost me about £100, maybe 100 and something. But I think it's quite an old pistol. Yeah, I mean, I bought it brand new. You got, yeah, I'd say about £100 mark for something like that, if you can find it. Yeah, really nice pistol. I really like shooting it. Do be careful with the CO2. Make sure you've twisted that thing up fully before you rotate it and pierce it finally. It's very similar actually to another one I've got, which is the Walther PPS, which is a replica of a kind of a concealed carry gun if you're in America, and that was the sort of thing that you wanted to do. It's a lot narrower, but the slide feels very similar. It's a polymer lower again. It's just a lot less chunky than this, but the magazine certainly feels very similar to the PPS, which I'll probably do a review of at some point soon. Yeah, there you go. The Walther CP99 Compact. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, like, subscribe. I'll try and make sure I don't knock my camera over, and I'll hopefully see you again. Thanks very much.